My little sister is graduating from high school and I'm very excited to attend this ceremony. I thought I would film a little bit of myself getting ready so I could show you a few products that I've been using lately. And to save time, I already got started with some light foundation, concealer, and eyebrows. So if you're interested in the products I used, I will have those listed down below. But the first product I wanted to show you was actually a gift from Terry, who I mentioned in my last monthly favorites video. And Terry owns a company called Nouveau Organica, and she sent me one of their Quartet customizable palettes. So I got to choose the pans that I wanted, and the first one I chose is the Organic Concealer Foundation in the shade Light, then the Organic Powder Illuminator, which is just beautiful, and then the eyeshadow I chose is in the color Play. And then the last pan is the Organic Cream Color in Peaceful. And Peaceful is what I'm going to use as my blush this evening. I'm going to take a duo fiber stippling brush and dip right into Peaceful. And then I'm going to start on the back of my cheeks and just tap the blush in. And then I'm going to slowly bring it towards the apples of my cheeks. This color is very soft and pretty, and I think it adds a nice warmth to my face. Now that my blush is applied, I want to add a little bit of definition and shadow to my face. So I'm going to use this powder by Ilia Pure, and this is in the color Sombra, and I'm going to use this as my contour powder. I have a little bit of Sombra on the tip of my MAC 109 brush, and I'm just going to gently take this from the top of my ear right underneath my cheekbone. Whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to dust right at my temple. I'm going to go back into my Nouveau Organica palette, this time for the powdered illuminator, and I'm going to take that on an angled stippling brush just because this illuminator is pretty intense, so a stippling brush just helps me get a little bit of a softer look. And I'm just going to gently run that on the top of my cheekbones. That is it for my face makeup. Moving on to eyes, I already got started with a couple things from the Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutral palette. This is the completely matte palette. The first thing I did was take shade number 1, and I put this all over my lid and blended it up underneath my brow bone. So it's acting as my brow bone highlight as well as creating a blank canvas on my lid. The next thing I did was take shade number 4, which is a really pretty warm color, and I just lightly dusted this in my crease for a little bit of warmth and some added definition to my crease. So now that that's done, I want to add some smokiness and darkness to my outside corner. The first thing I'm going to do is lay down a base, and for that I'm using this Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow in the shade Bora Bora Bronze. And I have 2 of these, and I've been using them the past couple days, and I really like them. They are supposed to be packed with pigment and be very hydrating to your lid. And I will say that they have so much color to them that you don't need a lot at all. So I'm going to put a very small amount on my outside corner, and then I use a brush to gently buff it in. So the Josie Maran product comes on a little doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to gently dot a little bit right here in the outside corner. Now using a brush, I'm going to buff it onto my lid and then also bring it lightly up into my crease. I will say that these set pretty quickly, so the quicker you can work with them, the better. Now that I have my dark base applied, I'm going to go into this shadow from my palette. This is called Play, and I'm going to take that on the same brush I used to blend out the Josie Maran eyeshadow. I tap right over where I've already placed the Coconut Watercolor eyeshadow, and then I'm just going to use small motions to buff this into my crease. On a normal day, I would take the powdered eyeshadow and smudge it into my lower lash line, but I am pretty positive there's going to be some tears tonight, so I'm going to leave my lower lashes completely bare. I do really like that Play is more of that deep purple gray, and I think I still am getting that smokiness that I want, but it's not quite as harsh as if I had used a true black. So now all that I'm going to do is add a very thin line of liquid liner, and that's just to help create a thicker looking lash line. I also curled my lashes. Now I'm going to add 2 coats of mascara just to my upper lashes only. And I'm going to be using the Well People Expressionist Bio Extreme Mascara. And I actually won this on Pinterest, and you will definitely hear about this again. It's going to be in my monthly favorites video. It is a fantastic mascara, and it also happens to be natural, which is awesome. So I'm going to add 2 coats of this, again, just to my upper lashes. I'm going to keep my lips pretty simple, and I'm going to start out with the Bite Beauty Line and Define Lip Primer. I'm going to top that off with one of my favorite all-time lipsticks. This is from Too Faced. It's one of the Le Cremes, and it's called Spice Spice Baby. That is it for makeup. Before I run upstairs and finish getting ready, I wanted to show you two things I did before I started filming this video. On special occasions, I usually like to use a face mask if I had time, and today I used the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Instant Oatmeal Mask. This is a mask I've talked about a few times, I've repurchased it a few times, and this is my favorite mask to use when my skin is feeling dry. It gives immediate hydration, it's something where I see immediate results. So I use that to kind of make my skin a little bit more glowy. And then the dress I'm wearing tonight is short sleeved and is about knee length. So to add some glow to my skin, I use the Elizabeth Den for One Love Organics Active Moisture Vitamin C Body Oil. And this does give a lot of hydration, a little bit of sheen to the skin, which is really pretty, and it also smells amazing. So I'm using this as both my moisturizer and a little bit of a perfume product this evening. So I'm going to really quickly redo my manicure. I'm actually going to put the same polish that I already have on. I've had this on for a few days, so it's just looking a little bit worn on the tips. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to spray a little bit of texturizing spray in my hair and kind of freshen it up a little bit, and then put on my dress, and I will be back to show you the completed look. Look, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the products I've been using lately. I'm going to continue to use both the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow and the Nouveau Organica palette. So far, I'm really enjoying both, but once I get to use them a little bit longer, I'll be able to give you a full review. I really do like that the Nouveau Organica has some pressed eyeshadows. As I've been researching natural makeup, a lot of natural eyeshadows come in a loose form, which is okay, but it's just not quite as convenient as having them in a pressed pan. So I love that this is an option. So I think that is everything that I have for today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.